What's happening there, guys, and welcome back to another video on our channel. It seems like the iconic Scream franchise is back, and it's here to stay. Yep, no one was really expecting Scream of all movies to be making a return like it did right now. It's really all that people have been talking about recently. Scream 6 is happening, everything we know about the movie. Let's take a look. Number 5, a new Scream film? After the success of the last Scream film, which came out about a year ago, the iconic slasher movie franchise happens to be brought back this year. Mind you, it looks like a continuation of the previous story, keeping up with the new cast of people being terrorized by Ghostface. The original Scream, which was written by Kevin Williamson and directed by Craven, pretty much revolutionized the entire genre. If you remember correctly, the original movie had the likes of Courtney Cox, David Arquette, Neve Campbell, and Sidney Prescott starring in it. A lot of people might argue that such a great cast can never be better, but hey, the new Scream also has a great cast. We have Melissa Barrera, as well as the one and only Jenna Ortega. The new film aims to do something that the previous films haven't. They promise to take the direction to heights that it has never gotten to. Number 4, how was it received? Scream 6 came out on March 10th of 2023, and well, it's received pretty much positive reviews from everywhere on Earth, or just in the places that it was shown at least. Like the previous film, this one pretty much bombed as well, and it's more than likely there'll be more additions to the franchise as well. Also, from what we've been hearing, the cast that we've been seeing recently is here to stay. There are also characters from the previous Scream movies that are going to be given roles in the sequel as well, so that's pretty much exciting. The latest movie started its production back in the summer of 2022, which might seem a bit long, but it isn't really by movie standards. Actually, it's relatively short. Scream 6 had the shortest waiting period between installments since Scream 2, so yeah, that's something alright. Number 3, the cast. Jenna Ortega and Melissa Barrera reprised their roles as Sam and Tara for the new film as well, as we've already said, of course. However, they're also joined by cast members who survived the previous story, them being Mason Gooding and Jasmine Savoy Brown, who played the twins Chad and Mindy. Scream 6 was the first film which didn't have Neve Campbell as Sidney Prescott though, which was obviously something that not many people were fond of. On the flip side, Courtney Cox is back as Gail Weathers, and Hayden Panettiere has also made a return as Kirby Reed from the fourth Scream movie after her apparent fake death in that film. There's some new cast members as well, and we're obviously talking about Jack Champion, who not too long ago won people's hearts in the latest Avatar movie, Josh Segarra from She-Hulk, and last but not least, Tony Revolori, the man who needs to be introduced. Oh, and Dermot Mulroney also joined the cast as a detective obsessed with bringing an end to the whole Ghostface charade. Needless to say, the cast was solid by all means. Before we continue on with this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you're enjoying the video so far. Also, don't forget to press that bell icon so you don't miss out on any more of our upcoming content. Now back to what we were talking about. Number 2, what was the trailer like? The first trailer for the film, yes, we're talking about the same viral trailer which was all over social media, showed off NYC as the setting of the movie. A lot of people thought that it was just a red herring, but it turned out to actually be true. It was already apparent by the vibe the trailer gave off that the new movie was going to be the most violent of them all, and that it was. The trailer showed so many moments which people just couldn't logically make out how the cast was going to get out of, but the movie went all around the whole thing perfectly. Like, imagine being trapped in a subway filled with ghost faces, also being in a showdown with Ghostface who has a shotgun in his hand. Just how would one get out of such a situation? Well, to get the answer to that question, you're just gonna have to watch the film. Number 1, how did the story play out? At first, everyone from the directors, the cast members, and even the trailer remained very ambiguous about how the new Scream was going to play out. What did happen in the movie was that, well, it took place in NYC, and like all the films that came before it, had good old Ghostface going after the protagonist with everything but goodwill. There was also speculation about there being some sort of a fan club for Ghostface that explained that infamous subway scene featuring a plethora of ghost faces, some of which were nothing but the followers of the OG. Mind you, some of the fan theories going around also turned out to be accurate. That's not to say that the plot of the film is predictable, which is anything but that. In simple words, the movie follows an excellent plot line, one that you won't regret watching. This brings us to the end of our video. This was a look at everything we know about the latest installment in the Scream franchise.